Limbus Company is an RPG that's kinda like the Magic School Bus, but instead of magic, it's trauma. And I want to share my joy of it with you all in this video and answer why this vampire enjoys going on a bus trip with trauma victims. It's a nice question. Unfortunately, I was never in the bus at all. I'm in your house. But enough about me. Let's introduce you to the main cast. A Bug's Life. Gacha addict self-insert, a small boy with large anxiety. Life is meaningless, nothing matters. Pro Subnautica gamer.
I've just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole!
La creature. Life is meaningless, nothing matters. Rip and tear. Nerso. With enough fire, we can relight even a dying star. She has no style, she has no grace. People only like her because she has a cute face. They call him a fraud, but in truth, he's contractually obligated not to carry. Oh, and we can't forget our favourite bus driver, Carol.
Let the 12-year-old drive!
And finally, our protagonist, the manager who gets to do his job with one button, John Winray. Getting into the gameplay of this game, I was left confused how to actually play for the first 3 chapters. Thanks to Project Moon's inability to create a decent tutorial. But that's alright, because they gave us the damage and win rate buttons, and the win rate button is totally the only thing you'll ever need. The entire community says so. But at the risk of being controversial, I would advise actually learning how to play the game, or else you'll get murdered by a homeless woman. So every character in this game has 3 skills in their kit, and you get an option between 2 different skills per turn. And what appears is mostly up to RNG, but don't get too anxious about luck being a factor in battles. It gets worse. Every attack in this game has a base power and a coin power. What's coin power? Well, you flip a coin to see if your attack power gets a boost or not. And it's okay, because like any good casino, the best way to win is to rig the game. Which we can do with the sanity mechanic, because as long as we remain mentally healthy, we can roll higher numbers than our enemies. We just need to believe in ourselves.
You're saying some mean things about me, but I believe in myself. And also, you're a bitch.
So we clear out the first few battles, and Faust proceeds to explain the lore behind Gacha rules to us. Apparently we collect ID cards of alternate versions of the sinners. Essentially, we're just making them cosplay, and they have that character's skill set with some fun personality changes. Basically, just think of it as we're giving them schizophrenia and weaponising it. Okay, look Ishmael, I know your old captain ruined your life, but you gotta put the cosplay outfit on.
Are ya ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
And among these ideas is Wild Hunt Heathcliff is kinda... Yeah, he's kinda strong.
War never changes.
We begin going through the game's cantos, the chapters of this game. Starting off, we get jumped by street dogs, and because they were in our way and mildly inconvenienced us, they have to die. But this is a good thing because it adds for fuel for the boss, because this boss is humanely resourced, as in it runs on people. Limbus, more like Limbus. Look, not every joke can be a home run, right? We go through the first chapter with our humble, basic starting units and we find that we have to collect the golden bows. They are the collectible MacGuffin of this game. And the first one is located inside an old lobotomy corporation facility. What the fuck is a lobotomy corporation? Maybe we can talk about that another time. We venture in with our guides who are very quick to turn tail and backstab us, except for one, Yuri. She is nice. Surely she's going to continue living a good happy life, cooperating with good old Limbus Company. And there are scary things about, there's still some abnormalities wandering around, dangerous creatures that lob Corp housed, and there's some really tough dangerous... Never mind, it's fine.
Reason why you have given up your smiles and
Traversing far enough, Gregor ends up having a war flashback and we all end up into the flashback. So we get to see Gregor's trauma, how he was trained as a soldier, that he was trained by cutting apples, and eventually he got really good at cutting apples. Going further, and a mutant apple creature ends up killing Yuri. Damn, who would have thought the good, kind person would end up getting murked off. So yeah, we have to face this mutant evil apple creature as the first major boss. Thankfully, Gregor's good at cutting apples. And as we're about to take our first MacGuffin, an evil antagonist group comes, claim that they're hot shit, and they run off with the golden bow. So hooray, we cleared chapter 1 by failing the mission.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
Chapter 2 somehow has even less going for it, but it does have funny moments, and honestly the funny moments really carry this chapter. Basically, there's a gang that runs a casino that has the golden bow, and if we could just win at the tables, maybe we could win the prize without having to resort to massive violence, and that's how Rodin gets her chapter. There's like a little bit of trauma there, but it's just like, oh, she was poor once, now she's doing better, and I'm sure Gregor is just looking and disdain like, man, she got off a little bit easy. So we've seen some trauma adventures, but the story's quite light. Project Moon have been dabbling about trying to find their feet. Oh Sinclair, it's your chapter up next, but it's okay. Maybe like Rodin you won't get it, so oh. So yeah, this was the moment when Limbus Company changed for me and got me officially hooked. We see Sinclair being nervous this chapter, and the build-up that we end up getting is visiting his hometown. It is overrun by cults that, well, let's just say they would definitely use the C word with the hard R. And a cult leader who's so happy to see Sinclair, she plays Silent Night over the decapitated robot heads, which sends Sinclair into a mass panic attack. Scrambling the narrative a bit here, but it's because this same cult has killed Sinclair's family, and the Silent Night was playing when he watched his family die. So, yeah, that's delightfully fucked. But it's okay, we were definitely equipped to deal with this new menacing threat. For you see, when I started Limbus Company, it was during Season 5, which featured the Blood Fiend IDs. What are Blood Fiends? Well, they're just the Project Moon version of vampires. Take a wild guess why I really liked these IDs. And I was definitely very lucky. I got 2 of the Blood Fiend IDs, Barbarotis and Priest Gregor. They were some of my first 3-star units, and they have been my own personal little carries through the game. See, it's okay Sinclair, the cultists are mean and scary, but vampires are scarier. We'll make them bleed and teach them a lesson. Now, to be fair, as much credit as I give the Blood Fiends, the real MVP of this chapter for me was Sinclair. See, at this point in the game, I didn't really have any good Sinclair IDs, and we were forced to bring them into the team when confronting Cromer, the cult leader. Like, the best I had was either default Sinclair or Sinclair in a mariachi dancer outfit. However, 2 of my friends, Nick and Momo, had N-Corp Sinclair, who is an idea of what if Sinclair did join the cult and became a funny gorilla. He even has a mechanic of being stronger the less sanity he has, instead of everyone else doing better the more sanity they have. He actually benefits by being mentally ill. Nep and Momo had N-Corp Sinclair at the same level, and we did have a fun moment of me deciding which one to use. Oh, we can pick one. Ah, right, so what do I choose? The one who shall grip or the one who shall grip? So with Nep's newly leveled Sinclair powered by Comedic Spike, we go on to face Cromer and... so... cool. yeah, turns out if you fight Cromer with N-Corp Sinclair, it causes a unique interaction where she ends up staggered at the sight of this funny monkey man cultist.
You thought I wouldn't do it, didn't you? Look at me in the eye, and I'm gonna find you and break your knees.
이게 답이 아니었다고? 그 오물을 떼어내주지! 차 부숴줄 테다! 나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면
We win the fight, but the cutscene says, nuh-uh, we aren't quite able to finish off Cromer actually. That's until a cryptic creepy child Damien appears, who is a childhood friend of Sinclair's, and he just one-shots Cromer for us. So he says some ominous weird stuff and we just go. So here we are at the ending conclusion part of the video where my undead brain cells have not really got a good way to wrap this up. I will say thank you for watching. I know this was definitely a lot different compared to a lot of other videos that I usually do. And if I've caught your interest with my yapping of Limbus, I do stream Limbus and the other Project Main games, Lob Corp and Library of Runa, quite a lot on my Twitch, where I usually stream a few times a week. So for anyone interested in that, there'll be a link below where you can find me there. But otherwise, again, thank you for watching, you know, and consider liking and subscribing, the usual thing that I hear mortals saying in their funny YouTube videos. Because I do want to cover more of my Limbus journey, tell you about the other wonderful things that we get in this game, stuff like fighting funny chicken men, and maybe get a bit mischievous and steal some hair coupons. Oh shit!